Tonight, you'll probably do something your ancestors could never imagine. You might unlock a phone, you might scroll through hundreds of pieces of information in a matter of minutes, exposing your brain to more news, opinions, images, and decisions than a hunter-gatherer would have encountered in weeks. And yet, your brain still thinks it's living in the Stone Age. That sounds impossible. After all, humans have built cities, airplanes, computers, and artificial intelligence. So why would the most sophisticated species on Earth still be running ancient mental software? The answer is stranger than it seems, because while the world changed dramatically, your brain changed very little. And that single fact may explain some of the biggest struggles in modern life. Imagine waking up 50,000 years ago. There is no alarm clock, no email, no traffic, no social media. The moment you open your eyes, your brain has one primary goal: survive. Every sound matters. Every shadow matters. Every stranger matters. A rustle in the bushes could be the wind, or it could be a predator. Getting it wrong even once could mean death. For thousands of generations, natural selection rewarded brains that stayed alert, cautious, and sensitive to danger. The humans who ignored threats often didn't survive long enough to pass on their genes. But there was a problem. The world those brains evolved for no longer exists. Today, most people won't encounter a predator during their entire lives, yet the ancient alarm system remains active. Your brain still scans for threats. It still searches for danger. It still prepares for emergencies. The difference is that the threats have changed. Instead of lions, it's deadlines. Instead of predators, it's notifications. Instead of tribal conflicts, it's awkward conversations and online criticism. And your brain often reacts to them as if survival were at stake. That's why your heart races before a presentation. That's why a negative comment can ruin your mood. That's why anxiety feels so real, even when you're physically safe. But that's not the strangest part. Scientists have discovered that many of your daily frustrations aren't flaws. They're ancient survival mechanisms, doing exactly what they were designed to do. Consider your love of sugar. Today, sugar is everywhere. Candy, soft drinks, desserts. But for most of human history, sugar was incredibly rare. Finding sweet food usually meant finding valuable calories. A piece of fruit could provide energy that helped your ancestors survive another day. So evolution rewarded humans who craved sweetness. The stronger the craving, the greater the chance of survival. It was a brilliant solution for the Stone Age. In the modern world, that same instinct is surrounded by unlimited access to sugary foods. Your brain still sees sugar as a rare opportunity. It hasn't realized that entire supermarkets exist, and that's where things become strange. The very instincts that once helped humans survive can now create problems. Obesity, overeating, poor health. The environment changed faster than the brain could adapt. This pattern appears everywhere. Take social acceptance. Imagine being rejected from your tribe 30,000 years ago. Being alone wasn't just uncomfortable, it was dangerous. Humans survived through cooperation. Food was shared, protection was shared, knowledge was shared. A person completely isolated from the group faced enormous risks. As a result, evolution built powerful social instincts into the human brain. You care what other people think. You notice social signals. You feel embarrassment. You fear rejection. Not because you're weak, because your ancestors who cared about social acceptance were more likely to survive. Now consider modern social media. For the first time in history, your brain can compare itself to thousands of people every day. People with better vacations, better jobs, better appearances, better lifestyles. At least, that's what it seems like. Your ancient social brain was never designed for that. It evolved for small tribes, not global audiences, not millions of strangers, not endless comparison. And this leads to a surprising realization. Many modern problems may not come from broken people. They may come from ancient instincts colliding with modern environments. But there was another challenge evolution had to solve: uncertainty. Imagine standing near the edge of a forest thousands of years ago. You hear a noise, you don't know what caused it. Your brain has two choices: assume it's harmless or assume it's dangerous. Which strategy survives longer? Evolution chose caution. False alarms were cheap. Real mistakes were expensive. If your ancestor jumped at a harmless sound, they wasted a little energy. If they ignored a predator, they could die. So the brain evolved to expect danger when information is incomplete. That tendency still exists today, and it explains something many people experience every day. Overthinking. Your brain hates uncertainty. It constantly searches for explanations. It fills in gaps. It imagines possibilities, sometimes useful possibilities, sometimes terrifying ones. A delayed message becomes a problem. A strange look becomes a threat. An uncertain future becomes a disaster scenario. scenario. Your brain is trying to protect you, but it is using rules written thousands of generations ago. Then something changed. Humans began creating civilization. Agriculture emerged. Cities formed. Technology accelerated. Life transformed faster than ever before, and yet the human brain remained largely the same. This creates what scientists often call an evolutionary mismatch. An evolutionary mismatch occurs when traits adapted for one environment encounter a completely different one. Imagine a polar bear in the desert. Its adaptations suddenly become disadvantages. Something similar can happen with human psychology. The brain evolved for movement. Many people sit all day. The brain evolved for close-knit tribes. Many people experience loneliness despite living among millions. The brain evolved for scarcity. Many people live surrounded by abundance. The result is a constant tension between ancient biology and modern reality. But perhaps the most surprising mismatch involves happiness itself. Most people assume the brain evolved to make them happy. It didn't. That sounds shocking, but think about it. Evolution doesn't reward happiness. Evolution rewards survival and reproduction. Those are not always the same thing. A perfectly satisfied human might stop striving, stop exploring, stop competing, stop improving their chances of survival. Instead, evolution created a brain that constantly seeks, a brain that achieves one goal and quickly moves toward another. You buy something you've wanted for months. The excitement fades. You reach a milestone. Soon you're chasing the next one. You solve one problem. A new concern appears. This isn't necessarily a malfunction. It may be a feature that helped your ancestors keep moving forward. But that's not the strangest discovery. Recent research suggests that many of the systems driving modern behavior were optimized for environments that disappeared thousands of years ago. Your attention system, your reward system, your stress response, your social instincts, all were shaped by conditions radically different from today's world, and yet they still influence almost every decision you make. Picture yourself holding a smartphone. To your conscious mind, it's just a device. To your ancient brain, it can feel like something much more. Social approval, information, novelty, opportunity, status. Each notification triggers systems that evolved long before electricity existed. The technology is modern, the reaction is ancient, and this may explain why resisting distractions can feel so difficult. You're not fighting a phone, you're fighting millions of years of evolution, the same evolution that helped your ancestors survive, the same evolution that helped create civilization itself. And now we arrive at the biggest revelation. The goal isn't to eliminate your Stone Age brain, the goal is to understand it. Because once you understand it, many confusing behaviors suddenly make sense. Why you crave things you don't need, why uncertainty feels uncomfortable, why social rejection hurts, why fear appears when danger doesn't, why achievement never feels quite permanent. These aren't random flaws, they're echoes. Echoes from a world your ancestors inhabited for hundreds of thousands of years, a world that shaped the architecture of your mind. And here's a question worth considering. If humans continue living in radically different environments for thousands more years, what parts of your behavior might future generations find strange? The answer isn't obvious, but it reveals something fascinating. Evolution never truly stops. The story isn't over. Your brain is not a finished product. It's a snapshot in a process that has been unfolding for millions of years, a process still happening right now. Tonight, you'll probably do something your ancestors could never imagine. You'll use technology they couldn't comprehend. You'll navigate a world they would find magical. But hidden beneath every modern convenience is the same ancient brain that once watched the horizon for predators. The world changed. Your brain adapted a little, but deep down, part of it is still waiting beside a Stone Age campfire, trying to keep you alive.